Gotta go. Girl talk.
Boom!
Harden.
Yeah!
I just realized
Dude!
something. It's not like exactly a hard in because we do have an intro.
Yeah, but it goes
Like,
I don't have the music playing in the background. I don't do because Craig will do he has it like as a separate video, so you can control
right,
the
it kind of
volume.
it kind of fades in.
Right here, I can't control the volume on it, so it just goes right. So I
I
either have to, yeah, yeah,
I guess what I'm saying is our ins could be harder. Like we should just like people should never know when we're coming in. Like it's just like the intro starts playing and suddenly we're in. Like maybe before
yeah,
you've even heard the gotta go girl talk.
yeah. It's see, if you really want like a true hard in, you have to watch DL44 Network where we have no intros and Trevor and I just, hey everyone,
Yeah.
we're starting right now. we we don't care if you're ready. We're talking. There's no prep for this. We do what we want.
Let us know in the
Open
chat if you need a harder in or a softer in, and we'll take it into consideration.
We'll take, yeah, doesn't mean we will, but we'll take it in consideration. We'll, we'll think about thinking about it. That's what we'll do. Dude, how are things going over there?
Good. Busy. Getting real excited for New York Comic Con next week. That's gonna be really fun. I'll be working the Mondo booth, so if you're going to the con, feel free to stop in and say hi. It's always I found it Comic Con. It's like hard to like. Usually I'm in the back or I'm in the front. Like either way, I feel like I'm like missing people. But I'll try my best to kind of like be out and about by the booth. And yeah, if you're at the show, like don't be shy. Come on over and check it out. We're gonna have a ton of cool stuff to show. Some stuff I'm really looking forward to seeing in person myself, but also just for other people to see it because yeah, there's some cool stuff to see in person there. So
I'm pretty sure there'll be some big announcements there too. I'm hoping there better be.
Yeah, New York is a fun show. Like Ryan, you've never been to New York Comic Con? I'm assuming.
I have.
Oh, you have? Cool.
I have like 10 years ago, and it was awesome. It's it to me is like a big con. It is. I actually think it's maybe just a tad smaller than San Diego. But what San Diego gets that New York doesn't get is obviously those big giant Marvel panels. Even though they do get some pretty big movie exclusive reveals and panels, but they don't get it on that spectacle scale that San Diego does. But I feel that New York has a much larger who's who artist alley.
Oh, yeah, their artist alley last year was very impressive. The thing that really struck me about New York, because I had been like a long time ago, like back during like the Edward Norton Hulk was like the Marvel movie that was out, but then I went last year. It was a ton of fun, and I was very impressed by the cosplaying game. Like tons and tons of cosplayers. It felt like much more of a focus on that than what I saw at San Diego. Just because like they're all out in the lobbies and the food court and they're all taking pictures and doing videos and stuff, and there's some like really impressive stuff. A big like anime focus there, big indie comics focus. Right. So it's a cool show. Yeah. Sure.
That's the one thing I noticed about San Diego, because I always see these videos of like my buddy Justin. He makes videos for YouTube, and he's been doing it for years, where he goes around and makes cosplay videos of all the cosplayers. He takes all these like fancy photos. Awesome dude. He also works in the same industry as me as well. Great stuff. But I'm always like, where do you find these cosplay? Like, where did you find these cosplayers at San Diego? So when I saw his San Diego stuff, I was like, what is this? Where did you find these people? I felt like there were no cosplayers outside of Galactus. that
Yeah.
took up the entire aisle. You know, it was
Right.
yes, yeah, Dorlaxian, yes, just in cosplay. That is him. And he's
I wonder if part of it is because it's so hot in the summer in San Diego that that's much more of a deterrent, and whereas New York in the fall, it's like it's cold, right? So it's like you want to be wearing like a big cardboard suit of armor or whatever.
Yeah, I think that's part of it too. Like it's probably way more comfortable to do it in New York. Plus, if you're doing like anything like any superhero thing in New York, I feel like the photos are amazing because everywhere, every corner is a backdrop.
Yeah, you're literally in Marvel Comics.
Yeah. Yeah, Marvel didn't have the imagination to come up with their own cities. Except for maybe Savage Land, Madripoor, Krakoa. You know, X-Men.
Yeah.
X-Men were good at it.
Yeah.
Should we say a quick howdy do to the chat?
Let's do
it. All right. We got Video Power Gaming. He likes his Mondo Squads. Squeeze. Maybe we should make Bionic Funk Squads. Maybe that's what
I love that Squeeze is taken off.
It's streets ahead of everything else. As we mentioned before, Dorlaxian is here. Cougar McGillicuddy, Andrew's Gady's Toys. Be sure to check out his channel as well because it is awesome. Mr. Bionic Funk is here. That's the Professor of Rickets, the Duke Booty himself. That's DJ. You know what he's doing right now?
What?
He's putting her squeeze down the squeezeway over at the Saskatoon Pickatang. That's what he's doing.
One of these days I'm gonna learn it. I don't think I ever will, but one of these days I want to learn that whole thing.
It's one of those things that it's only evolved because it would start one way and then he would come up with something new. The dude was a trendsetter. He didn't even realize it.
I gotta find out what a Pickatang is at least.
It is hang on. I'll explain. I'll say hello to the chat here. Okay, the only man in my bush, Mr. Matt Bush, is here. DJ Ackets. And yes, we are going to entertain you, whether you like it or not. All right.
And I believe I believe that that D Jackets is Mr. Darren Coates, who if you follow him on Instagram. He did the Batman the Animated Series wooden carved sign, and yeah, really very talented woodworking accoutrement for your geek cave. Yeah, super talented guy. Check him out on Instagram.
Oh man, okay. We should
Unless I'm wrong, I believe I remember. He's Darren Coates on Instagram, but then I believe I saw D Jackets in his like subtitle. So I believe you're. Let us know in the chat if you are indeed.
Yeah, did Alex solve this mystery? Is Alex Brewer the world's greatest detective? Please let us know. Detroit Dave is here, and yes, squads are awesome. I agree. Rodney Winch is here. William Rodriguez. Tech is here as well. Mr. Derek Hoover is here. Skylar Davis. Everyone stand at attention for Mr. Sergeant Cosgrove. Look at this. Mondo Motu secured last week and RGB Ray this week. Sergeant Cosgrove is also Sergeant Moneybags.
And yeah, thank you very much for the support.
That is awesome. Harpo Quandrax is here. Holy moly. Why'd you make me say that? But I think I said it right. Just saw Good Boy. Not very scary, but good performance from the dog. Oh, that's good. That's
yeah. Don't want it to be too scary when there's a dog on the line, you know.
That is true. That's true. Blake Kemp is here. I wanted to say Klemp. I don't know why. I don't know why that was so hard to say. Mr. Ryan Cole is here hanging out. Mr. Ryan Dole. Just how it goes. The Deadheads are here. Top selling artist, I should say, the Deadheads. Theme song makers of Handsome Man.
Yeah.
As seen on Pixel Dan.
I'm looking forward to at least like a handsome man animated intro, like it was like an 80s cartoon that
like
never
Filmation?
was.
Yeah,
Filmation for sure. Or it's like it's like Thundercats, where it's like they have a really lavish like Japanese animated intro, like
and then the show starts.
Right.
Yeah. Topher Khan Young Hummus is here as well. Luis Ballesteros is here. Hola desde Mexico. It is okay to love the Marvel Legends thing, but won't touch the rest of the team with a 10. Oh, I'm going to assume that's 10-meter long stick. Okay, maybe. Well, maybe.
Are we talking movie Fantastic Four?
I'm going to assume that's what he means.
Because that thing is a thing of beauty. It's a cool, like, because he looks like a Kirby thing, like the long pants aside, like very good. Like the head sculpt is very Kirby thing. It's awesome.
Right. I agree with that too.
I mean, all those figures look great. They look like the actors, I think.
Yeah. Mr. Michael T is here. Sebastian Gomez Toys, ruler of the Disney sculpts. Check out his Mighty Duck sculpts.
Incredible,
man.
Like that. I was telling Sebastian on Instagram, like that show kind of like passed me by. I was like, I don't know. I mean, I guess I was like kind of the age for it, but like I just like I didn't have Disney or I didn't know where it was on, but like the Mighty Ducks animated series like had a cool vibe, like a sci-fi action show with like a hockey element, and then really cool figures at the time. And so if you're not following Sebastian on Instagram, like follow him. He posted Space Jam. Now he's on to Mighty Ducks, and it looks awesome, looks amazing.
Hey,
very cool design.
Is the Quack Pack next?
Time will tell. Yeah,
those two came out around the same time.
I did watch some Quack Pack.
That was wild.
I was like, that's that they were sporting some cool looks. Like
they were.
If you were like a certain age at that time, like the like open button down shirt over the t-shirt, like you could not get cooler than that.
They were extreme. They were so cool. Kilgore Trout 7 is here. Mr. Bobby Tweedy, Tony Johnson. Did we get everyone? Cute Culg is here. Yes, the Disney afternoon. That's what we're here about. Mr. Paper Kringle is here as well. Hello there, Gothamites. I'm definitely getting the over the garden wall regular squad. Looks so good. Yeah, I agree. Those are amazing. I think I got Mr. Johnny Cock is here. Look at this. Video Power Gaming with a $4.99 super chat. How do you unlock the Wolverine skin in the new Wolverine game coming out? Time will tell. We should hang on. We're gonna do these pitches. If we have time.
Yeah, we gotta talk about that game. Like we teased it last week.
I guess that's true. We kind of did.
There's not a whole lot to talk about. It's just a teaser, but
it is. But it looks cool.
Yeah.
Mr. Chris Bruno is here. Did I get Mr. Steve 3 from DL44 Network and his unboxings on Saturday mornings?
Having met Steve at San Diego Comic-Con, that impression is pretty good.
It's spot on, right?
Yeah, it's spot on.
Yeah, that's Hey, for those who don't know, that's exactly what Steve 3 sounds like. All right, so we're going to get into our first bit of news before we get into their pitches, which is Tamashii Nations. There is a Tamashii Nations convention.
It's a Wonderfest in Shanghai.
Thank you.
Which I believe it's like, correct me if I'm wrong, chat. Like, I believe it's like, it's like there's a focus on like customizers and stuff, but also a lot of, Asian companies show off their licensed action figure product that's coming. And there's I can't remember the name of the company, Chinese company doing Ninja Turtles 1/12 scale. There's lots of Marvel and DC, like Blockies showed up in a big way.
With their MCU
and DC figures. They're getting everything. And then of course, in art, Tamashii Nations, SH Figuarts, like
Robotech is another one. I think that was
it's always a very exciting time to see these reveals, but it's always hard to find coverage, because it is a Chinese convention, but I find it's always like it's hard to like find photos from the usual sources, but some of it's been trickling through on online, and it's cool to see.
Let's go through some of it. We're gonna go through the DC stuff. I know there was stuff. I think we've already seen prototypes, but I think they were there again. There is, I think Tamashii Nations is doing it now. I don't know.
I think it's InArt. InArt showed off a ton of DC,
not just DC. I'm talking about Marvel Rivals 112.
That I saw Blockies is doing that.
Blockies is doing Marvel.
Yeah, and they
Marvel
look
Rivals
they look
as well.
amazing. Yeah.
Blockies is going to be.
I might. Yeah,
the next
but I
big
think
thing.
there is a Daredevil. I think maybe I don't know who's doing. I don't know if that is Tamashii Nations or not, but
that new Daredevil in the game looks cool too. Anyways, here we go. This is our first kind of look at anything. And it was Felix. Gosh, this name. Come on, help me out, Alex.
Felix. Unger, Lighter, the cat.
No, not the cat. Here.
Pretty impressive that I know 3 Felixes right off the top of my head, though.
That's true. I will give you props for that. Hang on. Felix Comic Art. Hang on. That's what he goes by. But anyways, Felix Comic Art is amazing on Instagram. His work is so good. And he was all like, yo, dude, they're making they're making your hey Nick, right? Nick Dragato?
Yeah, Nick Dragato.
They're like, yo, they're making absolute Batman figures. And he posts these figures, and I was like, wait, hold on a second. Okay, first off, that's huge that this is already getting a figure. And on top of that, did it before Todd.
Right. It's crazy. It's true. I think that, they're first to market with absolute Batman. Right? Like McFarlane hasn't showed off an absolute Batman, have they?
Nothing. And do you think, like, and now that it's coming.
It's such a McFarlane design.
So that's why it's kind of shocking that he got beat to the reveal on this. And then 2, now knowing this is coming, why would I try to settle for a platinum gold McFarlane store Amazon exclusive?
Yeah.
Right?
I know, because also, so this is InArt. And this photo looks like it was like while they were setting up. Like this is just, they took them out of the bin. They're just putting it like, because I've seen other photos where it's like they kind of have them all lined up, but like this is just like, blah, there's everything. And InArt InArt, for those who don't know, I believe they're an offshoot of Queen Studios, which made like incredible lifelike one-to-one busts of Marvel and DC movie characters. Then they transferred into like doing incredible 1/6 that's like giving Hot Toys a run for their money. Like they did an incredible Henry Cavill Superman, I think Joaquin Phoenix Joker, a Heath Ledger Joker, all the Jokers. They did and then they did I think they had like the best looking Superman, James Gunn versus David Cornsweet Superman 1/6 scale. Then they took it to the next level and they showed off a 1/12 scale Christian Bale Batman that looked like their 1/6 scale quality. Like it was a 1/12 scale figure, but like the Bruce Wayne unmasked head looked like a Hot Toys, like, or an InArt. Like it just like the details, like every freckle was like painted perfectly. So that's like what they're bringing to the 1/12 scale space. And I guess that figure was like $60, some like insane low, I assume, introductory price point, like,
like the first one's cheap. Now that we got you hooked.
Exactly.
Yeah. Now they're going to be $110 each.
But yeah, launching off from there, now they've got, now they're showing off, Bane, the Catwoman from the Nolan movies, Affleck Batman, which are I assume will have the same kind of like photo real color treatment, but then also comic book stuff like the Batman Who Laughs and
This
that like
Joker.
yeah, that's what I'm like the most excited about is like this comic booky Joker like and then absolute Batman who's only been seen in comics so far. And whatever that steel is in the back, like what's that steel from? That's incredible.
I like the cape around the
Yeah.
shoulders, how it like just bunches up. It looks good.
I like a nice like high like Superman cape. Like it's neat.
Yeah, and you can see that the cape is sculpted here for the absolute Batman because you can see the bat curve hooks that he's able to make. So we might be getting like either these might clip on or maybe they'll have interchangeable arms or hands. Hopefully, like obviously the chest plate will come off. It'll make an axe. I'm just making assumptions here. I'm just saying they're going to do this without knowing. But look also how big he is compared to the other figures. So it has me going like, is he to scale to like the bat, like this Joker or Ben Affleck? Ben Affleck's a giant dude, by the way, for those who don't know. He's a massive man. Like,
he's much bigger than that Bane from the look here.
Yeah, he might be. Because if they're going based off actual like actors' height and stuff, like
Tom Hardy's short, right?
Right. But this Joker or this Batman Who Laughs, and then looks like we got a Doomsday.
Yeah, they have all the Dark Knight's metal Batmans.
Maybe a Lex Luthor back here.
Well, that's the Green Lantern Batman. Dark Knight Batman. What's his name? They all have names, right? It's like Destroyer and like the Drowned and
I can't remember. I'm just over it.
The Green Lantern one.
Oh right. Oh, that's what this Batman is then, right? This is Batman Doomsday. Yeah. Okay.
And they have the Flash one is there, like the Red Death or whatever. Like
I know I just kind of like brush it off, like I know I remember those. But man, the Drowned, where it's the female pirate Batman.
Yeah.
She's awesome.
Yeah.
She's so good.
I know. They get a lot. They got more love than you'd expect in like merchandise, but like somehow not enough.
It was that weird thing because it's like you could definitely tell like they were saying make the comics match the movies a little bit. So everything was like dark and not very fun.
Well, it was called like, Dark Knight's Metal.
I know it was. And I understand where they were going with it, but it wasn't really a fun time to be reading DC at that point too. Like the art was all beautiful, but everything felt like injustice.
Yeah. I guess as it branched off from like that main book where it's Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo, like that felt like they were just like having fun.
Yeah.
It was like Scott Snyder like getting his horror on with Greg Capullo's like metal, metalhead style. I remember like that's like the last time I remember being really like pleasantly surprised by a reveal in a comic is like turning that page and seeing all of these like messed up alternate reality Batmans, like all just that double page spread. You're like, oh wow, they created a bunch of new characters and they all look iconic in their own way. Like this is cool.
No, they all looked great, but it got to a point where you're just like, okay.
Yeah, no. I mean, that was probably where it peaked too, but
right.
Yeah, and look at that. That's so cool. Like, yeah, absolute Batman was like built for 3D.
He's so good. Like, and I think this is that Flash you were talking about. This Batman Flash.
Yeah.
I actually would not doubt if this is it. Anyways, I digest. We're here to talk absolute. Dude, you're right. This is awesome. This was meant for like this is totally meant to be a statue. This man. He is like every panel, every piece of concept art we've gotten, every model sheet we've gotten of any of the characters, Catwoman, Alfred, all of them. like if you're gonna say if this is going to be the ultimate universe for DC, I think this is doing a hell of a job.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, because it's so new and original, and seeing the kind of like creativity inspires from like other artists, like, you know, it's like, especially that new Catwoman design, which is so like kind of radical and cool. It's like, yeah, it just kind of like gets I mean, that's like the fun of Batman, right? Is like the ability to like reinvent and like push and pull the concept into all these different directions, and just see, you know, where you can take it. Like in Absolute Batman is obviously taking it very far away from the source. And it's fun, it's exciting. And yeah, like, and Nick Dragata, who's the main artist on those books and the main designer of all these, like, looks like he's having just a lot of fun. And he's a very thoughtful artist and designer who's, you know, and obviously with a partner like Scott Snyder, who like knows the character inside and out. They just have like a very thoughtful and creative approach to this world. I saw on Instagram somebody did like a Batman. It was the opening credits of the Batman the Animated Series.
Yes,
with Absolute Batman and like the Black Mask goons. Like it was, yeah,
it was great.
Fun.
Yeah, it was super fun. Tech is correcting us here. That was Devastator, the Doomsday Batman, right?
The Transformer.
Yeah, and Johnny Cog with a $5 super chat. Can I hear you say she's awesome again? Where you growl an aw syllable. I don't know if I can do that again, because that was heat of the moment, sir. That's what that was. you have to go back, listen to it again. No, this is great. I'm hoping we get more information soon. I'm assuming, well, we're already in fall, right? So I assume maybe spring, summer next year release.
Yeah, you always have to wonder with these things because, like, I feel like they've been showing some of these prototypes for a while, and I don't think that even the first Christian Bale Batman offering has really seen like wide release. I think that was sent out to like influencers early on, as like a sample. So I don't know. I think maybe they're still testing the waters on this one, but hopefully all this stuff comes to pass, and it'll be cool to see. You know, I don't think this is, you know, it'll be cool to see like how they work in the articulation and all that, and what the final figure is going to feel like.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait. I think I just want to see more of it too. Man, InArt's killing it. I love it. Okay, that's our news. Well, we'll get to Wolverine after these, because we've been talking a lot about squads, and by we I mean me. And Alice has as well. I know Alice is not here tonight. She's still not feeling 100%, and I don't think she wants to be here hacking up a storm. So
yeah, hopefully feel better, Alice. You know, definitely take care of the health first. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, and then come back and hang out with us after. It's fine. Well, not a big deal. I think next week we're going to hang out with Dave Wonder. We're going to see what happens there. Yeah, the illustrious Dave Wonder.
Yeah.
But
he also does a show. Normally, you know, it doesn't work out because he has a show during this time too, which is also very awesome. So, you know,
he streams every day at every given time.
Yeah, it's true. Like he's a hard-working toy tuber for sure.
I log on to YouTube and it's like, oh, he just streamed. And I was like, dude, it's been 10 days in a row. Have a nap. You don't have to be chopping shop every day. But I love him for it. So thank you. Okay. I'm going to go with Al
real quick before we dive into this. Just want to set some, you know, just some stipulations here.
Okay.
You know, I am not here as a representative of the company that I work for. I'm just here as a person who has ears to listen.
That's right.
So I'm gonna do my best, like poker face. Like I'm gonna try not to, you know, I'm gonna play it cool with this one. We're just, you know, ideas. Ryan's throwing out ideas. Alice is throwing out ideas. People in the chat, if you have ideas, if you have things that you would like to see, you know, this is kind of going off of for those who don't know, like the excitement of the Over the Garden Wall squads available on MondoShop.com, made by Mondo, sculpted by Brandon Gash, art directed by Hector Arce, painted by Mara and Chetta, like incredibly and Beardy, as he's known, like incredibly talented artists bringing that set to life. The regular edition is still on MondoShop.com. You can check it out. For those who don't know what a squad is it's sort of like Mondo's own sort of product type, where it's basically like they're kind of like animation maquettes. They're plastic, and they basically we do them as like a set. So the squad concept is, it's like a group of characters that you associate so closely with each other that you could have kind of a complete collection just with like that squad, and you could go branch out from there. But like if you just want Daria and Jane, like that's a great set, great 2-pack. And they come with swappable heads to have like customizable expressions. They come with swappable parts to do like, iconic things from the show. Sometimes little buddies in the deluxe editions, cool, fun accessories that are deep nods to the show. Beautiful, the goal is like animation accuracy, like animation maquette quality, beautiful paint jobs. Like they have like a very nice subtle airbrushing to them. Limited articulation, it's not really like, that's not really the goal, but like because they have swappable parts, those parts, because they have, these two have swappable arms, like, so there's a peg, right, that you can work with. So you have limited mobility. You have some head head pivot here. This is also our we did Real Monsters, also sculpted by Brandon Gash, like shout out again. But so you can see you've got the 3 Real Monsters characters. And also like this gives you an idea of like the size, like they generally kind of are in this sort of 8-inch range. It varies from that, but like, that's kind of somewhat the scale. And yeah, these guys are crazy. Like they have so many different swappable parts and to do all of their different like crazy monster expressions. And yeah, they're heads. See, that's the head swapping feature. So if you want the like more standard Ickis, you can just put it on like that. So perfect. But yeah, really, really fun, and trying to like capture those animator specific styles is the goal here. And yeah, and then honestly, it's like I'm so excited about this format, and it's something I've wanted for a really long time as a huge fan of animation. And just they look beautiful on a desk or a shelf. And so anyway, that's what squads are. For those who didn't know. And yes. Now Ryan, now I'm done talking. I will listen.
Okay. First, I just want to point out Detroit Davis saying, articulation or not, they still have amazing shelf presence. So there you go. There's your feedback, as they were. All right, I'll start off with Alice's. She had one. I don't think she had time to really think about it, because I was like, do you want to add something or not? Ah! And she kind of just threw this one out there. So her choice is Gravity Falls. And again, if anyone has not seen this show, it is absolutely lovely. And again, here's something else I want to point out too. We were thinking about things that either have no merch or very limited amount of merch. Because to me, that's kind of where Squads kind of falls, in that place where it's like,
no pun intended.
No pun intended. And that's just, to me, that's kind of just where it is, because they're always kind of making stuff that we haven't really gotten in any sort of toy form, or if we have gotten it in toy form, it hasn't really been on model as, because to me, I was like, oh, we should do some Marvel ones. And I was like, you know what? We've gotten a lot of good stuff with that. I don't know. I think a lot of the companies have got Marvel down pat. So, but no, Gravity Falls, amazing, fun, funny show.
Well, and I think too, it's like these are, there's a whole kind of like, especially like from in the 2000s on, like that kind of like that was like the emergence of the really like creator driven like artistic cartoon shows, where it's like a really specific style, and I feel like that those were kind of tough times from like a traditional standpoint, where it's like, well, the cartoon shows are supposed to drive merchandise, and merchandise means like toys that like kids will want to play with. And sometimes these like shows, that's not really like the aesthetic or the vibe or what they're going for. Like, and so if you can't sell a toy that can do toy things to a kid, like, the big box retail stores kind of don't want anything to do with it. And then those shows, unfortunately, like, they don't go as long as they probably could have. But now we're in this place, and I think Over the Garden Wall is a perfect example of that, where it's like, the audience who are maybe kids at the time, like, have grown up, or the adults who appreciated it at the time still love it. And so we're ready to be like, yeah, you don't need to necessarily make like toys with action features and stuff that are going to like draw attention in the toy aisle. Like, you can have something that is like that accurately represents like all of the artistry and creativity that a lot of these shows exhibited. So,
dude,
and Gravity Falls is a perfect example of that.
And that's another example, which is perfect. So I thought this was a really fun pick from Alice. I thought that was really, really good.
Also, just like the best color palette of a show. Like, I just love those colors.
Well, you got to remember, she's the queen of cottagecore.
So, yeah, it's true.
Right.
Give me some oak leaves, some acorns any day.
So my first choice I did yesterday, and then last night, of course, the Tamashii Nation stuff had all the reveals. Kind of threw everything I just was about to pitch here under the bus. Because now I feel like it doesn't need to be done, but we also kind of always get the same, like maybe the same 5 characters. But I want some Ramna squads, because I feel like you could do like 5 3-packs out of this, or like, there's so much you could do, because everyone also has alternate looks or creatures or whatever, right? Because you could do
basically Transformers.
It's basically
the anime,
right? And it's because you could get Ramna and Akane with a P-chan, and then you could do Ryoga Shampoo Moose, right? You could just
Dude, I know. Yeah, was it SH Fig Arts that's doing the Ranma figures that they just showed off?
So guess what? I came prepared, Alex.
Oh, okay.
So then they announced these.
Yeah,
SH Figure Arts yesterday, and I was like, well, shit. So we are kind of getting them, and these are getting like a refresh. The ones that they had, spoiler alert, dude, they're all over. This is spoiler alert. This show's like 30 years old. Come on.
Wait, right. What's even the spoiler?
Anyways, hang on. I digest. Okay. So these are the original SH Figure Arts figures. I think they only did Ramna and like both versions of Ramna. But now, even when I went to Japan, because I was like, oh, maybe I'll find them for cheap, because for whatever reason in my head, I was like, because I'm in Japan, it'll just automatically be cheaper or more available. It's not like here where the secondary markets, like, these are going for like $300 a pop. Nope. I get to Japan, they're still like $200, $250.
Yeah.
And now we're getting shampoo added to the mix. So,
but I'm still not seeing no Peach-on.
No Peach-on.
I mean, that's worth a squad alone just to get a Peach-on.
So here's my big dilemma with Ramna. I need 2 different versions of Akane Tendo.
Long hair, short hair?
No, well, I think the hair should come with it.
Swappable heads.
But I think do I want her in the school uniform, or do I want her in her training gi?
Oh, yeah.
Right? Tough.
I mean,
Tough
uniform I feel like is more classic, but the training,
right?
yeah. All right.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, like so these are based on the new Netflix
on the new Netflix
anime
series, because season 2 starts next week, baby. I can't wait.
But for squads, I would kind of want like, or maybe I'll just say I personally would love to try sculpting a Rumiko Takahashi style. Like, especially that 3/4, like, with the hair. Like, I just want to try to see if I could like do that in 3D. Like, I think that would be
I want to see.
I mean, these figures look amazing though.
Nice little deep cut from Cute Cult. I'm liking that for Charlotte. Ken Plume, last week's marathon of a guest. The man who keeps valuable museum type items stuffed away in a closet, ready for another fire to happen in California with a $2 super chat.
Don't even say that. I mean, like, it has been continuing. Like last week's episode has been continuing on our Instagram DMs with like the Ken Plume gold. Like,
like
he has like a Smaug's den of like,
that's the best
animation memorabilia.
Yeah, and it's just like it's all should be in a museum. And he's all like, "Oh, I have this under my bed, and I found it underneath a sandwich from 2 weeks ago." Like, it's just
this is a load-bearing stack of animation cells.
I didn't even know I had this, and it's like the first ever picture drawn of Goku, or something. Like, it's insane. Anyways, Ken Plume, $2 super chat.
And please don't stop, Ken. It's amazing. It's awesome to see your collection. It's incredible.
Yes, agreed. Johnny Cock, hang on. Spoiler: the redhead girl and the dude are the same person.
Yeah, was that a spoil? I mean, that's like the premise.
Oh, dude, it's Kuno, baby. He doesn't know.
I feel like this girl Ranma's hair though is more pink than red. I remember it being red.
Yeah, it's it was a deeper red. I don't know if it's the photos necessarily too, because it is still red in the
anime.
In the anime, yeah. But again, these are great.
Can you imagine a soft vinyl Hapasai?
Dude, I think about it every day, and you know what? I would. I know Alice is not watching, but I would totally gift her a Hapasai and then say, "This goes on your drawer. And that's just where you keep it." Not good. And then she can watch the show and she can find out why and be horrified later.
Yeah.
Also found out that they're doing Kotobuyuki is doing statues.
This looks
Rama
great
as well. So this
looks
is
so good.
It looks so good. So they're stealing my thunder galore.
Yeah. This is very classic. Like this to me looks like Rumiko Takahashi or maybe even like the original anime.
Yeah. And these and again, this was also announced yesterday, right? They're doing their own shampoo as well.
Nice.
Man, oh man, look at right. These are going to be. They're called Crane Game. They're from Crane Game. These will go in those Crane Games in Japan. In those
How big are they? Are they like small?
Yeah, they're not so big.
Damn, that's no,
but they're in boxes. You knock them over. It's one of those games where you knock over the box. And then it falls into the thing.
Man, right? We think that we have toy anxiety. Oh, here's Peachon.
He's so which is super cute. This will also be part of Crane Game. See, they announced all this stuff yesterday, and I was just like, I was losing my mind because I was like so proud of myself. Like, we're gonna pitch Ramna. Yeah. I was so we get nothing Ramna, and all of a sudden, like, oh my god, I'm getting everything Ramna. So this is me kind of doing my own thing of toy anxiety at the moment of news. While mixing in with my pitch, because I can talk about this.
Well, I didn't know about this. This is awesome.
Could you imagine me talking about this on Toy Anxiety? They would be so confused, right?
Yeah.
They would do anime blinks where you hear the blink, like quick, 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 quick.
Like, yeah. You see a lot of looking down and you should do an anime takeover of Toy Anxiety.
Craig would look so bored. Jacob would be slightly interested, right? I don't know if he would be quietly enraged. I think
I feel like Abby would dig Ranma, though.
I think Abby would probably dig it. I think Jacob would be slightly interested because he likes this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Even though he doesn't like to admit it.
Yeah.
And then Craig just would be like so frustrated and he'd be cracking jokes to try to change the subject to make it go faster. Yeah. Like, yes, this is it, right? Craig looked more bored. Yeah, tell them they're Spider-Verse characters. Exactly. Yeah. I don't even think he would care about that, to be honest. Right. And then
could you wait, sorry, real quick. Could you imagine a Spider-Ham Peachon crossover?
Oh my, why hasn't that Hey, Alex, you draw.
Yeah.
Help a brother out.
Spider-Verse 3.
And these are also going to be part of Crane Games as well. These are plush Ramna characters. So they're doing small plushes as well that I think are super cute. So anyways, I had to show those off because I was so proud of myself for saying Ramna, and I felt so cultured.
Yeah, it's true.
And no dice, but
I haven't thought about Ranma in so long, but they're back.
They're back. But like, here's from the old anime, like some of those old anime posters, which this is kind of still the more version I would like, or the manga. I think now we're gonna be really going high into the Netflix era, which is still amazing.
Yeah, for sure.
But
yeah, to me, nothing beats Rumiko Takahashi's art. No, I'm noticing with all this merch, no Genma Saotome.
You would right? I was gonna say this. I kind of lost track because we were talking, because I feel like, to me, P-chan and Genma in panda form are merchandising dreams. Hell, I would even go for Moose. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, dude. Also,
what's Akane's father? With the mustache.
Sawatome.
Well, no, because it's Ranma and Genma Saotome. It's Akane.
Oh my god, it's like on the tip of my tongue. But he's
the best.
If they make his figure, he has to come with a crying face. Because he's always crying.
I don't know if it's like the mustache, but I always associate him with like Randy Marsh. He's like the Randy Marsh of
100% he's the Randy Marsh. Yes.
Tendo.
Yes.
Tendo, right?
Tendo. Yes. But that's the last name, right? Akane Tendo.
Yeah, Akane Tendo.
Right. He has a first name.
It's been too long. It's not there anymore.
And
it's with an R, maybe.
Oh, dude. Let's get someone to have to Google it. Just Mr. Tendo. Mr. Tendo out of respect. Yeah. And then if they do a Moose figure, this is what I'm hoping that Tamashii Nation does with Moose. I want them to do their version of the ultimate Moose, where he just has alternate things galore that you can have come out of his hands. So like out of the sleeves. So whether it's like chains and knives and confetti.
Yes.
And like any of that stuff.
It's all coming back. To be honest, I kind of forgot who Moose was, but now it's all coming back to me, like the sleeves and the glasses.
And they have to do a thing where they have to have an alternate face as well, where he doesn't have his glasses and he can't see.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Thank you. Soon Tendo.
Nice.
That's what it is.
It was way off.
A little bit, but that's okay. I wasn't even near the spot at all.
Real quick before we saw this question from Johnny. Do you lay things out or problem solve things in 2D art still, or just go off the concept art and immediately start sculpting? I like to just immediately start sculpting. Like, that's easier for me. I'm much slower drawing than I am sculpting. So yeah, usually that's my process, is just get it into 3D as soon as possible and find it there. And yeah, I'm looking at model sheets from the show, screen grabs from the show, or sometimes concept art from people like Joe Allard, amazing concept artist at Mondo. But yeah, typically I find it, I just start working in 3D. That's the easiest to me. I have a hard time thinking in 3D when I'm drawing like that. I can't, I know the rules of perspective and proportions and all that, but it's it's very hard to kind of see that on the page in my head before putting it down. So
Right.
3D, that's already done for me. So
nice. But yeah, anyways, so that's my pitch, non-pitch for Ramna. This was me being proud of pitching it and then finding out everyone's making so much shit for Ramna. So it's good for me, but also at the same time, I think you should do Ramna anyway.
Yeah, and I hope it does well. I hope it's not like, because like a lot of these anime, like with Evangelion, it's like, how many Rays and Asukas do you need? Like, and maybe you get a Shinji if you're lucky, but you're never gonna get anyone else. Like, I hope it does well enough that they can kind of like, because it's like such a fun cast,
It's it is one of the best ensemble, like large cast ensembles of anything I've ever seen.
Yeah,
like everyone's so good,
and some of them get 2 looks, 2 forms by
right.
Yeah.
Okay, you're probably thinking Dandadan. Seriously, there's so much Dandadan shit out there.
Yeah.
So here's my pitch on Dandadan. And this is something that I feel like I should be talking to Mr. Attack Peter and not you. However,
say it out into the world. Just put it.
I'm going to put it out there. I feel like I would want you to do squads, but not of the of these main characters. Don't do these. Don't even do them in some of their alternate forms. By the way, big Rom the shout out in season 2 of Dandadan as well. What I want, because after seeing what you guys did with the pumpkins and the wolf for Over the Garden Wall, I want the monsters. I want the ghosts. I want the aliens. And for anyone who doesn't know what this is, if you have not seen the show, I'm not going to tell you who this is or what this is, but this episode will devastate you. And you are going to end up calling your mother. You're going to end up calling your therapist, and you're probably going to text all your friends and tell them how much you love them.
And this is your pitch for merchandise?
Yes.
I don't know.
Dude, I can't remember the last time I've had an animated cartoon where it was like a 30-minute episode where it was done, where I had to sit in silence for 10 minutes to just like, what the fuck did I just watch? Like, it was so good. It was so good. Yeah, you're welcome, Johnny. You're right. Yeah. It's guys, come on, it's fine. But I kind of came out here just.
Hey, sometimes squads can be sad.
Sometimes squads can be sad, and I just feel like these monsters and ghosts aren't going to maybe not necessarily get the love that they need in the action, like in any sort of form.
I haven't seen them at all, right? Like no one's.
Yeah, like I get why they're all doing the characters, because the characters are amazing. This is another great cast of characters that are just super fun, and they all look attractive. When Granny's attractive, you know what show you're watching. Right? Like it's just it is so good, and all the alien designs are like weird and they're fun and creepy, and a lot of them also would work really well in soft vinyl. So if you guys ever decided to do like soft vinyl versions of some of these monsters and aliens, I'd totally be stoked to see it.
But it kind of reminds me of if real Ghostbusters was a tokusatsu.
Yeah, kinda. That's kind of where we're going with this. But it's like it is honestly one of the most fun shows, and it, in that sense of like, it is super fun, and then out of nowhere it just punches you in the face with an emotional beat that has you just like, God damn it. Right? It's one of those. Dude, hang on. Actually, Cute Cult makes a great example. I can't feel your sugar. That's it. That's what Dandadan does to you like every 4 episodes.
Should that be a squad?
Should that
just a crater? The box is a crater. And...
Oh, dude, could you imagine imagine if you did that as a Comic-Con exclusive next year?
I didn't say anything.
Didn't say anything. Okay. This is something that did not exist, but almost existed. This was going to be done by the studio that did Ghost in the Shell in the 90s.
What is this a Spice Girls anime?
Spice Girls anime was almost made in the 90s.
Wait, am I right? That's what this is?
That's exactly what this is. So it has come out recently when studios were talking about things that almost got made but didn't happen. And Spice Girls anime by the same people who did Ghost in the Shell is one of them. and it makes me sad. It makes me angry, and I still believe there's some opportunity here to make a Spice Girl squad that we never got.
Okay, first of all, Ryan, you're 100% right. Second of all, like, so what's is this late 90s Madhouse? Is it Madhouse do?
So it would have been late 90s, and I think it's right when maybe Ginger Spice quit, which is why it didn't happen.
Was anything done of it, or is it just this concept art? Was there like any animation, or?
No, I don't know how far it went. But man,
awesome.
Man.
It looks incredible.
This is the shit that we live for.
I mean, it's like K-pop Demon Hunters way before K-pop.
Alert.
Spoiler alert. Yeah, that is. This is incredible.
These are
Ryan, home run, bitch.
So I think Spice Girls, anime Spice Girls, I think that's the way to go. I think if you all of a sudden did these and they happened, I think people would probably lose their goddamn mind. Because no one would see it coming. And Spice Girls still is beloved to this day. And and it's not just like, dude, I think if you did this in this style, I think it would blow. I think people would be floored and shocked. So
it's
anyway,
so cyberpunk. It's like, it really, like, it's only kind of like, you know, there's the suggestion of Spice Girls, but it really feels, you know, it's a lot of 90s anime going on.
The idea of uppity bitch posh Spice like cruising down, you know, is that New York in a chopper? I don't know. I'm in, baby. I'm in, right?
This shot, like, this is awesome.
Like, they all have guns. Dude, this is insane. And dinosaurs. What's happening? Like I said, this is amazing. And I see you, Ken. Have a good night. And yeah, no, this is it. This is my dream toy line right here, to be honest. I would do nothing more than to have Spice Girls. I
gotta investigate this.
Yeah, dude, why didn't they make this a show? I don't know, Mr. Michael T. I do not know. Hang on. All right, next one. I kind of already spoiled it because I got excited scrolling too damn fast. The Batman. And I know this has gotten a huge amount of toys. Big toy line. I know Robin got a good figure. I'm pretty sure Batgirl did too, maybe.
And I feel like there were maquettes as well.
Was there? See, that was the thing. I tried looking for them, and I couldn't tell if they were real or not. And I think that was one thing. Like, I was trying to like even see if there's anything from DC Direct. And I was like, you know what? Some on-model squads. If you did just a squad of these three, just to kick it off, I think would be awesome to see. Robin with his giant head and skinny body. Right. And it's just, I feel like this is one of those.
It's definitely a cool look. You know, Jeff Matsuda, I believe, did all the designs.
Correct.
The Joker is really awesome. Like, that's one of the standout designs, I think.
But I would do, hey, if I had my choice, I would do Vampire Joker.
Yes. So, I mean, to be honest, like, I wasn't checked in with the show by the time Batgirl and certainly by the time this Robin showed up. I don't remember them, because it was kind of like, it was more like at least in the beginning, it was like kind of like a younger Bruce Wayne, kind of just starting out. Well, it's like kind of more that technique, you know, with it.
He was still younger, but yeah, Mr. Michael T's nailing season 3 and 4. And season 3 and 4 were great because they did bring in Superman and Martian Manhunter.
Oh, okay.
As cameos, so done in that style. So it was really cool to see. But yeah, I think this one's pretty straightforward. I don't need to get too much deeper into this one. The Batman. If you have not seen it, because it might have fallen under some people's radar in our age demographic, just mostly because Justice League Unlimited was also out at that same time. And I think a lot of people of our our generation, that are cut from the same cloth as you and I, Alex. I think a lot more people focus on Justice League than on this show, and I just don't think people should sleep on this show.
It was too tough a follow-up to Batman the Animated Series.
You know what?
That's a too tough act to follow, right?
I agreed. When this show first started, I tried watching it, and I was still just like, why are we getting this? Why aren't we just getting a season 5? Like, where's...
Yeah, right, exactly. It was
my head. Yeah,
because they need to refresh the toys, and it is more kind of like kid toyetic designs, but the voice cast is on point. It's like if memory serves, it's like Kevin Michael Richardson as the Joker, right?
Right,
and like Tom Kenny, voice of SpongeBob, as Penguin, and Gina Gershon as Catwoman. It's like a really interesting cast of actors playing these parts.
Yeah, and like I said, and I think let's put it this way, if social media existed at this era of my life, I would have been that, I can't believe they're doing this. This is a disgrace to Paul Dini and Bruce Timm. And
people were saying that at the time.
Were they? Oh God.
X-Men Evolution is also this is that era. A lot of middle parted hair, for sure. A lot of cargo pants in the mix, but it's it was I feel like there's that era of like the Batman, the 2003 Ninja Turtles, X-Men Evolution, the Sean Galloway Spider-Man animated show, like these things come in like cycles, it's like I feel like that's like Kyle Wadaga, like he's slightly younger than us, like that's like his generation, like that were like they were just the peak age for all of those shows, like it's like they're just like things are just kind of starting to get there in terms of the like nostalgia cycle. So yeah, I think we will, I think you'll probably hear more and more from this late 90s early 2000s era of cartoon shows.
Yeah, it's and I actually thought this was when Teen Titans first came out, I thought that was this Robin.
Oh, it does look like that for
right?
sure.
That's what my original thought was, and then I kind of just forgot about that, and then Teen Titans Go came out, and it was like my favorite thing in the whole world. This one's an obvious one because you haven't heard me shut the fuck up about it. Actually, no one from Mondo has. Everyone from Mondo
didn't need to put this on here, Ryan.
I did anyways. This is still on here because it's not just because I want these looks or when they go up and murder another boy band right in front of everybody in a live concert. I also want like this. I want 2 versions of the Sasha Boys.
You want both versions.
I'm a selfish man with selfish needs. All right. That's but I also want weird shit.
Yeah, like goes without saying.
Right? Like it's just because you could do the alternate head and the alternate arms to just hold the chopsticks and the new, like you could just click it all in there. And this to me, this is like, I haven't seen a movie this toyetic since, not to toot Sony's horn here, but since Spider-Verse, really. Like this is, like there's not a lot of
colors,
and Mutant Mayhem. Mutant Mayhem though was like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Mutant Mayhem was obviously also made to sell toys, but K-Pop Demon Hunters is one of the most toyetic franchises that doesn't have any toys.
Because it's also one where like all those demons, the demon designs are amazing. Like and from that sequence on the airplane in the beginning to like then the crowd shots. Like there's so many cool like monsters. Like I know we're getting like tons of sequels and stuff, but like watching this show, it's like this movie. It was like I'm glad it's like being done on like a movie scale, but like the concept is like you'd expect it as a TV show because it's like. Yeah, just like have like some freak of the week, like all these like monster designs are so cool. Let us like see more of them, and and see what kinds of demons inhabit this world. Like I think any of them would make awesome toys.
Yeah, that's agreed. That's it. That's really it. That's it. I think. Well, But again, you got to remember this is all very heavily inspired by Sailor Moon as well, which is very, very, very apparent. Very magical girl.
Ken's playing these on they're on Fortnite now?
Dude, they look so good on Fortnite. I don't even play Fortnite, but I guess I'm playing Fortnite now. But also I want something that's completely unhinged. Like when she's deep throating the sushi roll like a snake. I think that's also like it's so good. I hope people who've watched, I know this is not going to be for everyone when you get to our age, but I still love it. I still think this movie
apparently it is for everyone if you're, paying attention to the numbers that this movie is hit.
Yeah. So, props to everyone.
The hard thing though is like what look. I mean, I guess Alice should be here. Like, what version do you do?
What version do you do?
First, because I assume it can sustain like multiple.
Yeah, I can see. Like again, if these were to ever happen, I think with any, let's even put it this way: even if let's say Mattel said we're going to do some Mattel Creation exclusives, high-end dolls of K-pop Demon Hunters, they could milk that like effortlessly because they could just be like, we're going to do this concert, plane ride, them in their casual gear where they're wrapped up in their hoodies and their hats. Then they could do like, dude, it would, like I said,
we're going to end up seeing so much merch from this movie.
We are, but we
hasn't even begun.
Yeah, but
we're in like Baby Yoda territory with this thing.
Kind of. Yes. But I also feel like if I want to get merchandise of K-pop Demon Hunters, I want it done right. I want them to look good, and I feel like Squads is the best bet. That's my props to you and the Mondo team there, Alex. You guys do
well. And the designs of this show too. It's like there's because like it is like it's one of those animations that embraces the sculptural quality of the CG, and they feel like maquettes. The characters just naturally feel like maquette sculptures, and so they lend themselves to that really well, I think.
Right, and as Johnny's saying, the Kill Saja black leather suits. Yep, do it. That's all I'm saying. This is my favorite anime. I don't think it's ever gotten merchandise ever in its life. It is not appropriate for kids. In fact, I don't even feel it's appropriate for anybody now. This is from the 90s. Thanks. But it is still one of the funniest freaking things I've ever watched in my life. And it still makes me laugh. It is one of these things where I realized maybe I want to work in animation because I thought they were playing off the episode where he works in an animation studio as a joke. Then I realized getting into animation, it is still exactly like that today. Where he is a PA at an animation studio in Japan.
Did we say what? Oh yeah,
I haven't even said what it is yet. I'm still doing my introduction.
But we haven't said what it is.
Not safe for work. This is Golden Boy, and it is it is so unhinged, and like this dude, have you watched this, Alex? Have you ever?
I haven't. I've yet to investigate. All I know from it is there was one hilarious clip where it's like he's like at a swimming pool and he's like trying to demonstrate that he can swim, and it's just the best animation and sound design of somebody just like fucking like drowning in the pool, just like slapping the water. The guy can't swim at all, but then he gets to like the other end and he like touches the wall and then does the like cool anime like
what do you think of my swimming?
Yeah, exactly. It's so good.
My favorite part of him swimming is not only that, but it's the snot coming out of his nose, his eyes being this big, and he can't breathe. Like it's
like inhaling more water than like.
So you get a lot of weird mixtures like this throughout the show, which would make for really fun stuff for if you want to do additional heads. Because if he starts doing a monologue, it gets super hyper detailed with hyper foreshadowing of the hand, with the sun setting behind him as he talks about where he's like, I should not get fired from this job. I love this job. Have you not known how much I trained for this job? Even though he just got caught, using the bidet as a water fountain, So it's like it is so messed up. I was like, Alice is not here, so I'm gonna sneak this one in here too.
Oh my god.
You got to get all the women from the show on here too. Miss President, right? You need the swimming instructor, the one that works at the noodle shop. You need everybody. That's it. You just need to make everybody. The show is
Are
unreal.
you sure that these don't like already exist in
I have looked.
There are no like Japanese import stores with statues because like this all looks like I've definitely been at conventions and seen whole booths of stuff like this.
But it's not this. It's not, dude. I have gone to Japan 3 times and I've just been like, yo, hey, like this I need this. So dude, so please, Mondo, make this man some golden boy, okay? It's just, even if you just make Kentaro Oi and his bicycle, I think that would probably be enough for me.
That's wholesome,
right? If you want to do Madam President as well, go for it. I will not stop you. Let's continue. This one's pretty obvious. You've heard me pitch this to Tommy Hodges so many times because I do want 1/6 scale Tommy Hodge designed McDonaldland figures.
Yeah, I mean, like if you look at just even looking at this image, like just imagine these are 1/6 scale figures. Like, I feel like people would dig.
Yeah, dude, I think I think people are ready. I think obviously if you take a look at McDonald's sales, just when people were like, they were doing Minecraft McDonaldland figures and people went crazy for it.
Yeah, like when was the last time we got like some Fry Kids even?
Fry Kids, just and like any of them. Like it just seems like we're getting kind of like these weird mashups of these characters.
We don't talk about who's in front of Grimace.
That's the professor. He's Professor something. He's not. That's Captain Flay of Fish or something. And
I don't even want to know.
Mayor McCheese, Officer Big Mac.
Well, we all know McCheese. Of course.
Yeah, we all voted for him.
Yeah,
we all voted for Mayor McCheese. He's McDonaldland's mayor, of course.
Everyone knows you, Hamburger. You're famous.
Right. And at the same time, I thought maybe I'll show off these ones. These are ones from the early 90s, like late 80s, early 90s. So a lot of millennials will probably know these versions of the characters more. The ones I just showed were more of the Gen X versions.
Those were the Fry Kids that we got in the Happy Meals, like the kind of like soft, you could like squeeze them. They came with like goofy shit.
Right. And do you know what would make for great soft vinyl from McDonaldland? The Happy Meal gang. 1-to-1 scale, Happy Meal gang, soft vinyls.
What's the Happy Meal gang?
Oh, I guess I should have got a picture of it.
No.
You're going to have to.
After that setup?
I know, but it's just like the soft drink fries, McNugget buddies, hamburger.
Oh, the guys from the training video where he's like, everyone knows you, Hamburger. You're famous.
Yes.
Like,
and so, but they did commercials of hey, it's the McDonald's, the Happy Meal gang.
Yeah, love those guys. Those guys are great.
Yes.
The McNuggets where you put them in the dipping sauce and they take on different personalities.
Correct.
Love it.
I always felt like those would have made for great soft vinyl figures just because you could do 1-to-1 with them because they are just a regular soft drink and fries. All regular, what is it? No, what was it? Hamburger, soft drink, and fries, all regular size. That's what it was. And no, cute cult. I will not be pitching Burger King whatever kids club. I can't because I can't even say it.
Not even Kid Vid.
Oh, maybe.
Or the kid who was like the professor. Like it's funny. Like those toys. My memory of them was like they were so amazing. Like if you Google them now, they're like not great.
Yeah.
But that kid who was like the professor was the best human Baxter Stockman figure for your Playmates Ninja Turtles that you could ever hope to get.
Nice. Johnny Disco, basically the inspiration for Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Yeah.
You are not wrong.
Master Shake. Ken has a great, I noticed he's got a great, Master Shake figure in his collection.
Yep.
I feel like we haven't said all there is to say with the hamburger in action figure form. I feel like a hamburger is a very toyetic form factor, and I feel like we've yet to really fully explore the hamburger potential in toys. Just gonna say it.
Right. You know what? I agree. Do you know what would be really cool? If they brought back Happy Meals for adults, but they were all just a box of toys. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Well, they kind of, I mean, they've been like, McDonald's has been like dipping their toes. Like they had like designer vinyl toys and stuff. Like they had like those like designer McNugget buddy toys for a while. Like, they definitely like, they're not afraid. They're not averse to the adult collector thing.
Right. Okay. My next one, I think this is my only Marvel one, because I was like, what could they do that to recapture a moment in time and then it would still like be on model that Marvel Legends can't necessarily do? Because this is the 1967 Spider-Man cartoon. This is my pitch for it. Because Marvel Legends could do this, but it would just be a Spider-Man repaint with no webs on the chest.
Right.
Which is fine. I'd still buy it. I'm a lunatic. But if you're going to do squads, then you can do all these weird villain designs. J. Jonah Jameson, Betty Brant, that weird looking Rhino and Electro. I think would be a really fun series for Marvel to get in squads.
They're the best. They're the absolute best. Like we've all seen that picture of like all the villains.
Me and the boys.
Yeah. It doesn't get any better than that. Yeah, absolutely. The Spider-Man without the webs on the chest is very irksome to me. It's very like fingernails on a chalkboard visually. However, like looking at this frame, at this image, like this is like an Adult Swim show right here, right? Like,
well, again,
even the way his like arm is like just like the mushiness of the drawing. It's hilarious.
Well,
I love it.
Something had to come before Adult Swim to make Adult Swim, and this is
true.
Hanna-Barbera, and I believe this show is definitely the big influence. But I do love this show, and again, this show probably has the most. Is it safe to say it's probably got the most iconic theme song in television history?
Is it this theme song that's like Spider-Man does whatever a Spider-Man can?
Yeah. So I think it's the most like here's my reason.
Yeah, they broke the mold with that song.
Yeah. And the only reason why I still feel like, because they still use it and everything, like even the new Spider-Man cartoon we have now on Disney Plus uses that theme song. We've heard it done in orchestra versions before the Tom Holland movies. It's always been referenced in every Spider-Man movie. It's referenced not even in Spider-Man movies. Spider-Pig.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's
Tenacious D covered it.
And you can talk to any generation and go Spider-Man, and people just like they know the song.
Yeah.
Right? So I feel like this.
But which one is like, if you like, how does it fare against the 66 Batman theme song?
That's a good point too.
Yeah, I don't know. That's
used everywhere.
The unstoppable force meeting the immovable object. Those two theme songs.
Props to Spider-Man and Batman, always number one.
How do you do that too? Like it's like, obviously when they're writing this.
Apart.
What's that?
They're a year apart.
A year apart? Yeah, I know. Which one came first?
Batman,
yeah. So, everyone's going no 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 no. Like, how do you write a superhero theme song with that in your head and still somehow come up with something that's like equally iconic? Like, how do you like clear the mind? Go to the mountains and then Spider-Man. Okay, great, we got it.
Yeah, and you can't help it to sing it. Once you start it, you can't not sing it and not be feeling happy when you sing Spider-Man.
Yeah. They're like, and ours will have more lyrics that will say who he is and what he does.
Peter Parker over there. He's a Spider-Man. Really, I swear. Look out. Yeah, Spider-Man. That's my pitch. Just I was like, I would love to see him done in these weird 1960s animated styles. They're just weird.
Yeah.
I know you haven't watched this yet.
Not yet.
And
but I'm gonna...
next week is going to be the season finale. Alex, this is where I tell you, tonight is the night where you get your 1 month subscription to HBO. And then you're going to watch season 1. Have you watched season 1?
I have not.
You're going to watch season 1. Then you're going to watch Superman. Then you're going to start season 2. Because you have all the time in the world. All right?
Yeah,
and especially right before New York City Comic Con. What else could you be doing? Nothing.
Yeah.
Now you're just sitting there waiting for something to do till the con happens.
It's just going to be a Clockwork Orange watching Peacemaker.
And I guess this is fair, right, Mr. Michael T? Creature Commandos first.
I'm out. Too much stuff.
However,
the Rick Flag saga,
dude, just hang tight. Hold on to your britches there, bud.
Does that mean I gotta watch Suicide Squad?
Have you watched you've watched James Gunn's Suicide Squad, right?
Yeah, I love that movie.
Okay, so then you're in the clear.
Yeah.
But it is funny how it's like, if you watch season 1, you kind of need to watch season 1. And then it's like at some point between season 1 and season 2, there's a universe switch, but everything that happens in season 1 is still relevant to what happens in season 2. I know that sounds super confusing, but it's actually all part of the fun. And then actually, you don't even need, because you watch Superman, I don't think you need to rewatch Superman. But I'm just saying that next week is the season finale. The episode that happened last week was a total like jaw dropper where I was like, whoa. Like, I can't, like, they are not afraid. This show is fearless. This show is fun. This show, it goes hard. Like, this show is as rated R as a rated R superhero show. I think this show goes harder than The Boys. Oh. And I feel like it goes not in necessarily in sense of violence, but it's I just think it's just like
of maturity
and character growth, and just it feels real, like in some parts. And like, again, just like Dandadan, this show will hit you with emotional beats you didn't know existed.
Sounds like you're about to spoil this show.
Nope, not going to spoil a damn thing. I'm just saying the show is great. This is it. That's your squad right there on that poster. Right?
All right.
That is it. Okay.
Oh, you don't even have to. You don't even have to say.
You knew this one was coming.
You had me at
Yeah, there it is. Chrono Trigger. This again is another one too that's had very, very minimal amount of merch.
Yeah, almost nothing.
And the stuff that exists for merch goes for at a minimum $3. Doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah.
Even posters. The game itself, the Super Nintendo game itself, does not go for under $250. That's if you get it in package, you're looking at close to $4. It's insane. This game is immensely popular.
Yeah, it's complete madness. It's one of the greatest video games of all time. And there's like, you can't even play it like on a current system. Like, you can't play it on Switch. Like, it's like made for that. You can play it on iOS, right? Like,
right?
You can't play it on. Yeah, no, you can't play it on Switch. Like, it's not on anything. Like, Square Enix, like, they have no interest in pursuing this game whatsoever in any kind of remake or re-release even. Like, it's nuts.
Do you know what?
Yeah.
Here's the thing I learned about Square Enix. If anyone's watched Toy Anxiety last night and wonder how a satanic voice got into the show, it was actually Square Enix, because they are Satan for not giving us anything more of these characters. That is Chrono. That's the princess and the frog. Dude, all the characters that are in this game.
It's Akira Toriyama artwork and designs. It's incredible. Like, you know, and yeah, I mean, Dragon Ball Z creator, Dragon Ball lead artists. I mean, Dragon Quest lead artist. Like, one of the. I mean, actually, have you seen that? The new is it Dragon Quest 7 remake that they just unveiled, where it's like it's Dragon Quest 7, but with like 3D graphics, and they basically. The way they did it is they created actual puppets, like the CG 3D graphics. They look like kind of like puppets. That's like the aesthetic of the game. It's like incredibly charming, but it's all the like Toriyama designs. They sculpted and fabricated these beautiful puppets or dolls, I guess, that they then 3D scanned. And those became the game models. So like when you're watching the game, it looks like a little diorama, like a kind of like top down, like an old school RPG, but it's like a little diorama with little like stop motion looking, you know, JRPG guys running around. We need that for Chrono Trigger so bad. Like so bad. Make the dolls, sell the dolls, scan them into the game. That's the game. Like do that for this.
Hey, you just gave me another idea of what this is not something Mondo would do, but someone has to do this. If you, let's say you made squads of these, do you know what would top that off as like a promo feature or just something extra would be if you took all those wonderful photos you guys take of squads and then made them into Viewmaster reels.
Yeah, I've thought of that's.
Oh,
I've definitely had that, like, because I mean, it'd be so awesome. Like, like seeing that, like, I mean, I don't know what the technology involved is to make a Viewmaster, but you know, I think that's great. Like, who doesn't love like the Flintstones Viewmaster thing, where it's like
Snoopy ones,
maquettes? Yeah, it's so cool.
Dude, they're awesome.
Yeah, I mean the Over the Garden Wall, like photos that Raul Barrero did for us, like they're exquisite, and yeah, to be able to see that in Viewmaster form would be very cool. And yeah, I would give anything for Chrono Trigger figures like that, squads like that, photos like that, to view this image in like a Viewmaster form where it's like kind of 3D and you're seeing Luca's inventor shop, you know, laboratory, whatever you call it, like working on Robo, like amazing.
This is, by the way, this is my favorite drawing from the game.
Yeah.
Of her working on Robo. It just looks so just friends hanging out.
Yeah.
Like just chilling. And that's always, I know that's always seems so boring than an action shot. But to me, this just feels very I lived in. It feels real. It feels like just a photograph of friends.
Frog tripping over all those books.
just happy to be with his friends. And I love it. This is easily one of because I still, guess what? I have my Nintendo 3DS still, specifically to dive back into this game whenever I just get that itch.
Yeah.
And I listen to the soundtrack still very often. Like if I'm having one of the, like if it's raining outside, I've just made like a pot of soup. Like this is my cottagecore. All right. So
totally.
It's like it's that soundtrack where it's so good. I think I'm gonna have to lend Alice my 3DS just so she can play it.
Absolutely. And the iOS version is also really good. So if you've never played Chrono Trigger, like there are definitely like, you know, great ways to play it. Yeah, if you have an iPad, like or Nintendo 3DS, like highly recommend playing this game, dude. What you're saying, like cottagecore, like cozy, like I want the like campfire scene so bad, like
the one where they're in the dinosaurs.
No, the one where it's like I don't know if maybe it wasn't an illustration, but it's in the game. It's like kind of where it's like that pivotal moment, or like you've got the whole team together and they're all around like a campfire sleeping like in the woods.
Oh, yeah.
It's such like a JRPG thing, but you actually get to kind of see the like the tent or the campfire being used, and the characters kind of reflecting on their lives up to that point and where things are going to go. And yeah, it's like it is I think it's a very memorable moment and would be awesome to have in 3D form in some way. So
I agree. So I think it's just time. I don't know if there's a way to just tell Square. You might have to do a real Ghostbusters thing, Alex. you may have to real Ghostbusters into existence.
Seems that way.
Very exciting. I know that the Mezco did this in 5 points, but this is Max Fleischer Superman.
This would be a cool shirt, by the way.
It kind of would be. That's lava, by the way, for anyone asking. That is lava. But I think, again, I will take any opportunity to get versions of these characters, especially the Lois Lane. The show. Okay, so the World War II episodes don't quite hold up. Get a little bit racist. By a little bit, I mean a lot. But I mean the first few episodes, or season 1, as I think they call it in the DVD still, they are super fun. They're very super, like, it is like, to me, when someone says your grandfather's Superman, that's what everybody wants. It's this. This is the measuring stick for Superman. Every Superman from here on is always based off this, and
or just superheroes. Batman the animated series obviously like owes a lot to this, because it's just like a simple, it's like the distilled essence of superhero is what these shorts embody, right? Because it's a new concept, like at the time, like people were still, like it was like in its early stages. So like all this stuff was fairly new. Like, granted you had like Zorro and Tarzan and, archetypes like that running around, but like the idea of a guy that like wore a cape and could fly and do all these things, like
lightning out of the sky.
That was still kind of a new concept. And a squad would be awesome. Like, you could do so many, like for each of the like the different shorts, right? Like I could see a squad that's just like, it's just Superman and the front of the train and he's stopping the train. Like,
also, if you want to do these as the squads, but you wanted to do one bigger one that had to do soft vinyl, do their version of Godzilla.
Well, I'm not positive, but I feel like this is where the Godzilla concept came from, because
this is pre-Godzilla, to be honest.
Like several years before Godzilla, they did an episode where I don't know if it was a dinosaur.
It was a dinosaur. It was a dinosaur that they found frozen, and they
frozen in ice. They bring it to a museum, and the ice, the refrigeration unit, like gets tampered with, and the ice melts, and the dinosaur gets in it, and it's a very Godzilla looking dinosaur, like big tail, like big feet. It gets loose in the city, upright, in the city, and it's all the Godzilla stuff. It's all the people fleeing,
pointing up,
stepping on things, the tanks, like the military coming in, and it's like I feel like that is, I don't know if that made its way to Japan, if that would have in some form and inspired someone, but
until
if it was just like in the zeitgeist, maybe. What's that?
Until they probably made it to Japan until they started making propaganda
right
episodes. And again, there they are. Like, again, you almost have to do the Romna thing again, right? Where you have to make Clark and Superman. Like, you kind of I always feel like you have to, with this show in particular, you have to do both.
Well, there's so few characters in it. I like you almost could do Lois, Clark, and Superman, and that's your squad.
I mean,
like there's like the mad scientist, with the bird. There's like bird henchmen. Yep. There's obviously the robots, but those would be pretty big. And then there's the guys. There's various villains and scoundrels, but in terms of like recurring iconic characters, you're kind of looking at Lois and Superman and Clark.
Yeah, that would be the only three I would honestly need. And it's always funny watching these and knowing that like Jimmy didn't exist yet, Lex Luthor didn't exist yet.
Yeah,
like two more icons.
It's because all that stuff came from like the radio show, right?
Came from the radio.
Krypton, right? Yeah. Kryptonite. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Quip, how's it going?
Quip Dad Life is here. And then we're back to Gravity Falls. Those are my pitches.
Those were all great pitches.
Well, I don't know if they were great pitches. I don't think anyone was too pleased with me bringing up Golden Boy, but
dude, friggin' Spice Girls anime? Who knew? Who knew?
I didn't know. I was mad all week about it.
When did you find out about that?
Oh, fuck. When did I post a story?
Is this like new? Weekend? Is this like a new discovery? Like what?
I guess so. Yeah, I guess it's a new discovery. Anyways, makes me mad. I'm still mad about it today. Yeah, that's it. Hang on. Let's find some stuff on this Wolverine before we go.
Oh,
do you want to quickly talk Wolverine, talk some Ray Stans, and get the hell out of here?
Yes. Let's do it.
Yeah, like that. Quip comes in at the end.
Yeah.
Yes, Gravity Falls. We talked about at the beginning. We just wrapped back around.
There was a lot.
Yeah, you missed so much, Quip. It was all amazing. Man, oh man.
But Quip, if you have any suggestions or ideas, Dave, same thing. Any suggestions? Drop them in the chat.
Actually, hang on. Let's quickly go through those as I do that. I tried to catch everyone's suggestions as we went. So we'll quickly go through.
kind of like glancing over.
Let's go through some of them, and then if there's any that you want to specifically be like, hey, that's cool, then I will stop.
I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna let my personal bias be known.
All right.
In this matter.
Video Power Gaming, DuckTales, Andrews Gady's Toys, Bucky, Captain Bucky O'Hare, Sergeant Cosgrove, Jace and the Wheeled Warriors.
Real quick, before we move on from Bucky O'Hare, loved that toy line as a kid. I was obsessed with Bucky O'Hare. The comic, I never read the Michael Golden, Larry Hama comic. I can't find it anywhere. It's like it's been like forever since it's been reprinted. No comic shop has it. It's unobtainium.
Well, maybe you're gonna have to ask Larry Hama to just send us one. Johnny Cock wants Darkwing Duck and Rescue Rangers. Seems plausible. Chad Stewart, Inhumanoids. They could be big boys. And Darkstalkers.
Those are very like disparate. I mean, I guess they are kind of like supernatural, but like very it's quite the gamut of suggestion.
Video Power Gaming, Monster Squad.
Oh,
100% down with that. Mr. Johnny Cock wants Gotham City Tonight Squad. I think those will sell like crazy.
Yeah.
New. Derek Hoover with a list. Venture Brothers. An original Chain Venture Squad, Blue Morpho, Kano Squad, Freakazoid Squad. That'd be fun. 3 Hanna-Barbera Superhero Squad, Space Ghost, Birdman, Herculoids, Galaxy Trio, Mr. Michael T, The Tick, and Arthur.
Love Tick.
All right, Derek Hoover, Blue Falcon, and Dynamut. Sergeant Cosgrove with Johnny Quest. That's a good one too. Mr. Gady's Toys.
The Venture Brothers version of the Johnny Quest characters would be fun.
That'd be fun. Gady's Toys, Samurai Jack, and Aku. Detroit Dave, Rugrats, please. Was that not announced at San Diego?
I believe it was.
Yeah, well, Detroit Dave gets a win.
Yeah.
Derek Hoover also with Thundar the Barbarian Squad. Mr. Michael T with more Space Ghost and Birdman. People are loving those. Derek Hoover, Teen Wolf the Animated Series Squad. Chris Bobinski, Steven Universe would be great.
Love Steven Universe.
Yeah, good call on that. Video Power Gaming, animated Back to the Future Squad. I feel like NECA did something very similar to that.
Yeah, the NECA figures are great for that.
Right. Derek Hoover, Gravedale High Squad.
Is that?
I think that's the Rick Moranis.
Is that Rick Moranis' Gravedale High?
Any chance to get a Rick Moranis figure, I think, is always good.
Yeah.
Yoda Nut, Mighty Max would be an awesome squad. It's also a little old
Virgil and Norman.
Yeah, and there's nothing out there from this cartoon except those mini play sets. That's a good point.
And also, like, I wonder, it'd be cool to do like this kind of dark, the cell shading with, because like that showed like such dark shadows, you know, it has such a distinct look.
Yeah.
It'd be fun.
Trippin' Ninja, Gummy Bears. Those ones are always good. Yoda Nut, Alvin and the Chipmunks. It's hard to not agree with that. I think that would be, especially if you did the movie and then did the Chipettes as a separate squad.
I want the two villains from the movie, the brother and sister. Like,
dude, you do the two villains and Dave as one squad. Do the Chipettes as another squad, and then Alvin and the Chipmunks as another squad. There you go. Done. It's happening, Yoda Nut. It's gonna get made. Watch for Comic-Con announcements next year. Alvin and the Chipmunks, it's gonna happen. Cute Cult, X Babies, of course. Sebastian Gomez Toys, Monster House Squads, please.
Cool.
Another Sony delight.
Yeah, and the like the character designer of Monster House, like, didn't they co-direct K-pop Demon Hunters? Didn't I see their name?
Glenn not Glenn Keane. He directed Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. Also was part of
Gil Kennan.
Gil Kennan. I can't. I'm totally blanking. Anyways, and Mr. Bionic Funk himself with Rocket Robin Hood. And I don't know if you'll know what that is because you're an American.
Yeah, I do. Isn't it Ralph Bakshi?
Or Robin Hood?
Yeah, I might have.
Robin Hood was also done in '67. It was done by the same studio that did Spider-Man. Like that same studio did Hercules, the Mighty Hercules. Like, it's Daedalus, it's Daedalus. Like, do you remember that? No? Okay. Anyways, it's amazing. Hercules, thunder in his thighs. Dude, that's the lyrics to his song. So good. Then there's Rocket Robin Hood. Takes place in the year 3000 with Robin Hood and his merry men on the Sherwood asteroid. It is like it is a 1960s retro future Robin Hood. It's amazing.
That's a great concept. That is such a great concept.
Yeah. And on top of that, the same voice actor of Peter Parker did Rocket Robin Hood, and they even shared some of the same background music, some of that same jazzy background music. So
I remember the theme song, which was Robin Hood, Robin Hood. He's rocketing pretty good.
Okay. I started putting these up, and then now everyone's like adding more stuff. Come on, guys. Mr. Michael T. Metroid, Samus Armor, and Out of Armor.
Naturally.
Pervert. Cute Cult, Serendipity Books. Mr. Michael T. Usagi Ojimbo. I feel like NECA's got that one under.
Yeah. Dude, I can't wait for those Stan Sakai turtles.
Right. The Littles. I don't know if you remember that one. Little, like, they had like pointy elf ears, tails. They lived in mouse hole in your walls kind of thing.
Like the Borrowers, it sounds.
Kinda, yeah. Quip, love to set a Planeteers.
Yeah, that'd be sick. With the rings that you can wear.
Right. Derek Hoover, Jason the Wheeled Warriors was the closeout episode of yesterday's This Monday. All right. So everyone, go back. If you don't know what it is, go listen to yesterday's podcast. Figure it out. Quip, Monster Squad, Space Jam, Winky Face. Why didn't you just tag Sebastian in it?
Check out Sebastian. Yeah, check out Sebastian Gomez's Instagram for more on that.
Yeah, like, come on, Quip. Be a little more. Can be more subtle. Good God. Johnny Cox, Cyber 6. Hey, on top of that, I'll say Bionic 6.
Yeah, I'm surprised no Bionic 6. I mean, talk about a squad. Like, they're a family.
Dude, that's a great theme song too, and a great opening.
Yeah, really great. I never watched it as a kid. Like, I remember I discovered it more as like older on the Sci-Fi Channel, but like the main villain of that show is such a good George C. Scott impression that I almost feel like it is George C. Scott under like a pseudonym. It's that good.
Maybe it is. It
anyway, Cyber 6,
yes.
is that the one that was like on Fox Kids? It's like,
yeah,
I think it's like TMS did the animation for it. It's like there's the main character's like a woman with black hair and a cape.
Yes. Yeah. I believe that's the one.
Very cool designs.
Jazz
on
D.
that show.
Yeah, Jazz D reboot.
Yeah, love reboot.
Right. Cute Cult with Bump in the Night.
Those are the claymation interstitials, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's it. Bobby Tweedy's Secret Saturday Squad. Kid Cult again. Kid Video. That'd be a fun one. That's a deep cut. Kid Video. Bobby Tweedy, I don't know if you're trolling us or not. Pup named Scooby-Doo. But maybe not. You might very well could do it. All right. We've got Dane Alvarado. Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. Quip clearly had missed like the whole episode. You know what I mean? Like,
I know this.
He's talking like, dude, are you watching like 45 minutes behind? And just commenting now? Like, I don't know what's happening here. Anyways, we said no to Burger King Kids Club.
Yeah, wait, why are you anti Burger King Kids Club?
Oh, I'm not. I'm just being a dick. Cute Call, Captain N.
Yeah.
Good. Bobby Tweedy, Bungo Stray Dogs manga. Right. Video Power Gaming, of course, just outing us right off the bat. As it does. Right. I don't know. What's this acronym? Do KPDH?
K-pop Demon Hunters.
Demon Hunters. Okay.
Man, everyone's saying that.
I told you.
Quip. This is the episode for you, man.
Yeah, you missed it. You probably missed
right,
the best
done.
episode.
We're done.
Yeah, we're okay.
There was no animated Gilligan's Island, right?
There was. Yep, there was.
What?
There was.
I have some.
I'm gonna try and get through some of these here. People are just listing, and people know I can't resist a good list.
Yeah, talk about like puppet aesthetics. Star Fox.
Gumby feels perfect for squads. I feel like there's so much like on model Gumby merch that you could probably get for cheap.
It's hard to be off model with Gumby.
Maybe
maybe Art Adams Gumby specifically would be fun.
What's his face? Hellboy.
Mike Mignola.
Yeah, give me Mike Mignola Gumby.
Did he do Gumby?
No, but he should.
Oh. Yeah. Gumby and Pokey. That's a squad. You know, they're buddies. That's a squad. They're a squad. And that dinosaur.
Yeah, Gumby, Pokey, dinosaur, that dude with the square block head. Right?
Gumby's
I can
mom.
list. I'm really good at listing characters I don't even know. There we go. Wolverine, dude. So this dropped yesterday or last week, Wednesday. And we were like, hey, should we just dump Ken as a guest and talk about this? And we said no. Let's have Ken on. Let's let's pull that Band-Aid off. Let's just do it. So Wolverine. It looks like it's going to be very rated R. It's pretty gory. We got some Omega Red.
But I love the Jim Lee vibes. That it's like Omega Red, Wolverine's costume. Like it's they're not afraid of the iconography from the comics. I also just love how like grizzled and hairy and little Wolverine is. Like he just looks like a little like feral animal man, and as opposed to like a movie star or a superhero, a Henry Cavill type. Like this is just like, to me, like this is like Wolverine. Like this is just like a guy you throw into action and he just goes crazy.
Let's hang on. Ken paying us to take a jab at us. So I'll take it. $2 super chat. Thank you, Ken.
Yeah,
Poor choices all around last week. But no, I love this as well. I actually love that he's kind of wearing the jacket from the animated series a little bit.
Yeah, it's a very Wolverine jacket,
right? And of course, then he wears like the classic Alberta man, right? Going to the Princess Bar.
So, from Madripoor, right?
From Madripoor. So it looks like we're definitely going to 3 different parts of the world.
Yeah,
so we're definitely going to Japan, we're going to Madripoor, and we're going to be going to British Columbia, Canada.
Gotta do it. But I just want this to be like the grand, like it's been so long since any kind of since this game was first teased, since we've had like an X-Men game.
5 years.
Just like give us the grand tour. Like I want to see everything. I want to see, flashbacks throughout Wolverine's life. Like I want to see like sickly James Howlett becoming Wolverine for the first time. I want to see the Weapon X program. I want to be able to play through Weapon X facilities. I want Alberta, Canada. I want Albert and LCD. I want the Savage Land. I want Madripoor. I want Patch with his eye patch.
Yes.
I want the Incredible Hulk in this. I want the Wendigo in this.
Wendigo, just for sure.
Everything. Just and number one, X Mansion. Got to have the X Mansion at some point. It can be empty. Just Wolverine running around. You get to run around the X Mansion, go in everyone's rooms.
Hang on. Let's get back to that in one hot second. First, I want to bring this one up. Harper Quandrax is saying, didn't I already play this game for PS3? You know what? The PS3 game based on the movie is better than the movie. And it's really good. So even saying that, I don't know if it's meant to be a jab, but I feel like that's totally fine. Right? And Quip here even saying Alpha Flight better make an appearance.
Yeah.
You know what? Because you were talking about the X-Men. I think there should be some X-Men making an appearance. It doesn't necessarily have to be Xavier, but I mean, they could totally throw one out there and just be like Jubilee shows up. Or Kitty Pryde. I'm biasly going to say Kitty Pryde because she's my high school crush.
Yeah.
But I mean, she's a protege of his. So it would make sense.
We were talking. So full disclosure, Ryan and I were talking about this, just spitballing the excitement around this trailer. It'd be so amazing if Kitty Pryde was in this game. Cause you imagine playing through a level where you play as her, it's like a side, like a side mission. Right. It's Kitty Pryde and you can friggin' phase through walls. It's like a sneaking around. Cause Wolverine's he's just like a wrecking ball. He just tears through, but Kitty Pryde is where you get your stealth gaming with the additional coolness of being able to phase through the floor, phase through walls. You've got Lockheed as your little thing you can, scout you can send out and flame someone while she sneaks up behind him and uses her ninja skills. Now's the time. Don't wait for the sequel. We don't want to wait for Wolverine 2. Do it now.
I know I don't. But even if they threw in a character out of the blue, Havoc would fit in really well.
Psylocke.
Psylocke,
Jubilee, Wolverine in Madripoor. It would not get any better than that.
And it's just and again, we say Psylocke, Jubilee, Havoc, but if you played the old Nintendo game from LJN, those are your 3 X-Men cameos from that game as well. So so it works. By the way, Squamish is a real place, just north of Vancouver, and it is between Whistler and Vancouver when driving up to the Sea to Sky Highway. This is Wolverine going down the Sea to Sky Highway. When I noticed it was Squamish, because I was like, what sign is that? That looks like a Canadian sign. And I paused it, and I saw Squamish, and I pooped myself.
There better be so much Canada in this.
I hope so.
But also the Savage Land.
Dude, Savage Land is just 5 miles north.
Yeah.
Right? You gotta remember. I was like, you gotta get over the mountains. You're in the Savage Land. Because you know how things like, you don't know how things are. I will tell you, as a Canadian, I know how things are. Things will happen with Wolverine, whether it's in, like, he'll say, I'm Canadian in movies and stuff. We've only seen him, I think he went up to Alberta once, but then when they showed him in Alberta, he was just looking out at the mountains of BC. Like, it was like really weird. So I feel like Canada's always kind of done a little dirty when it comes to Wolverine outside of the comics. And I feel like this is going to like set things straight. And I think that's the one thing that totally bugged me about Wolverine and Deadpool and Wolverine, the movie, was that none of it was filmed in Canada when the last two Deadpool movies were filmed in Canada.
Yeah.
And
Ryan Reynolds is your boy. It's Canada's son.
Dude, I could go on forever about the dirties that were done to Canada with Wolverine, with Deadpool and Wolverine. I keep wanting to say Wolverine first, with Deadpool and Wolverine, because like they did red carpets all over the world except Canada. It was like some dirty joke that Disney was playing on us. It was like so aggravating. So to see Squamish, a real Canadian city, that is going to, like, obviously maybe from what I'm judging in this trailer, because we see him more on his bike fighting, he kind of goes off the road into the wilderness, because there's a lot of wilderness between Squamish and Vancouver. I am hoping that maybe he's traveling from somewhere and goes to Vancouver, because if he's going from Japan or Madripoor, he would end up having to probably stop in Vancouver on the way. So, or maybe he goes to Vancouver and goes from Vancouver over the ocean. Anyways,
and you just get an open world GTA style recreation of Vancouver,
I could actually
but you
go to
run
my
around as
apartment.
Wolverine.
Yeah, I could go to my apartment in this game.
Ryan, can you translate this for me?
I hope he recovers energy with street cart ramen and Timbits in this game. So we do have street cart ramen, which is like you can go to the Richmond night market, and they have like one there, and they like stuff a bunch of stuff in it, and you get this little cup of noodles with all this stuff. That's the best way to put it. And then Timbits, that's donut holes, the little
from Tim Hortons.
From Tim Hortons. That's it.
See, I know some things.
Right. But regardless, this was very exciting. It got me super jazzed, because this is where I feel like he goes off the road a little bit, because he's still in this suit. Because I feel like all the gameplay we see in this suit, it's in Canada.
Yeah. It looks like, I mean, I'm sure like you can't really glean anything from this trailer, but it looks like maybe the general premise might be that the Reavers are hunting him down. Like there's, like some of those cyborg guys definitely have like a Reavers look to them. I mean, like Wolverine has like a fun rogues gallery to play around with, like Cyber and
Yep. Lady Deathstrike.
Lady Deathstrike, obviously, and then what was her name? Scylla. She's like a pilot who ends up joining the Reavers. Like there's a lot of was it Blood? There's like that vampire guy, like Blood Scream, I want to say something like that. Anyway, like there's way more than just Sabretooth. Like all we ever see is Sabretooth as Wolverine's like enemy, and he had his own comic. Like he has tons of crazy villains. If Cyber shows up in this, that would be really fun. I am hoping that we get I do hope we get Lady Deathstrike. But I'm also hoping that we get Silver Samurai. Oh yeah. Well, Japan, like it's probably a good bet.
Right. And then,
but oddly enough, it's like Mystique shows up. And then, I know she and Wolverine have like, they've crossed paths, but I mean it's cool. Like I'm glad to see her, but like I hope that's just like one of many cameos. So I saw somebody mention Nightcrawler. Like that would be incredible.
That'd be fun. Again, Wolverine found the shortcut that we all take. So I love this attention to detail. Yeah, I thought this This is how we do things in Canada, Alex. I don't know if you guys know this. We just ramp off logs randomly.
I'm happy they've done their research.
Yeah, it feels good. Yeah. So again, yeah, this is why I all think this factory is all in Canada, right? Wolverine.
And I love the look of Wolverine in this. Like they just nailed it. Like the mask looks great. Like, it's definitely the body of the costume is definitely very like Deadpool Wolverine-esque, more like armor, but yeah.
I think Ken is probably right here. Just wait for the bait and switch when Dole plays the game and finds a Squamish sign replaced with a Spokane sign. It all takes place in the US. Yeah, trust me, dude. I'm waiting for that too.
Well, that's the thing with one. That's the thing with these trailers is oftentimes like everything changes by the time it comes. I mean, to be honest, like what are they saying? So like the game is expected to ship a year from now.
A year from now.
There's no way. We're looking at a 2027 game release date for this game at least.
Do you think so?
No, given how these things tend to go.
They announced it like 5 years ago. So
I know.
I think it would make sense for it to like come out next year. I think that's why they waited so long to be like, if we keep giving everyone teasers and trailers, they're just going to be like, soon, right? Then it's just like, here, let's wait till they have something legit to
don't
show.
Get me
Plus
wrong. Like I hope it's accurate, but it just seems like, especially games like this big, like usually when you get the first real look at gameplay, it's like you're at least 2 years out.
Well, I guess we'll find out. I hope it's not that much longer of a wait. I can't wait to play this, but I hope you're right because Insomniac. Have you played Spider-Man?
Yeah, both games.
So I'm expecting a lot of Insomniac designing some of their own costumes, which is fine. But Insomniac's also really good about getting us some movie deep cut costumes and some comic book ones. So you're right. I'm hoping they do Patch to go with Madripoor. I hope they do the brown costume.
Yeah, I imagine they will. At least as like an unlockable variant.
Right. And I kind of hope they do, because we're getting 2 clothing ones. I would not be mad if they did the leather jacket ones from Grant Morrison's run. Yeah. Give me those.
I mean, the feral, I guess Wolverine Unleashed, where he's got the bandana and he's all, he's got the arm hair and the big bone, the Joe Mad like Onslaught era Wolverine.
Oh,
dude. I think would be really fun.
I would love that. I would absolutely love that. All right. Okay. I'm going to stop sharing this. We're going to go to Mondo. Dude, I'm so excited for that game. But if I keep talking about
it. I know we're getting an X-Men world game. AAA, Batman Arkham style Spider-Man, Marvel Spider-Man style game with X-Men characters. It's great.
Dude, we've gone 2 hours. This is way over our 1 hour.
Yeah, I know.
Ken did ruin the show. Now we're always
the premise of the show was lists, so
that's true.
What can you expect?
That is true. Okay, last but not least, folks, we're gonna as quickly as Alex and I can go, which is probably means another 40 minutes. We are going to talk about this new Mondo drop that dropped today.
Yeah,
take us through it, Alex.
Out now, the final Ghostbuster of the 4 guys, Ray Stans, is now available for pre-order, as is the collector set that comes with Mr. Gash. That is for a limited time. You have a month pre-order window to get Mr. Gash here. You'll still be able to get Ray on his own, like as we've done with the other Ghostbusters. But yeah, we're here. Like the 4 guys. Like, it's it's a reality. And yeah, like I believe we're gonna do there's a toy talk coming up. So stay tuned to Mondo. Way more information, behind the scenes stuff with this, but yeah, Ray, I was like so happy that all the like extras we were able to get in there with him. So he's got the ecto goggles, which look great on him, the little mini Stay Puft doll, but then also the like the bunny ears from which is kind of like a deep cut from the an episode called Go Look Homeward, Ray, where Ray goes back to his hometown. It's a very like Ray focused episode. It's excellent. I assume it's on YouTube. Like, definitely watch it. It's really, and the bunny ears is a really funny reference, and there's a really funny moment with it. That's just so Ray. My feeling with like Ray's stance is like, whatever your favorite Ghostbuster is, I think we can all agree that Ray is the best Ghostbuster. I love his attitude, love his personality. You gotta love Ray.
I think Ray and Winston are the most relatable.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Right.
There's a bunch of like Peter Venkmans out there being like, yeah, no, totally.
Yeah, that's what I always say this. If you think you're a Peter, you're probably a Ray.
We should all aspire to be Rays.
That's the thing.
Yeah,
embrace that.
Yeah, then the opposite of Ray is just this like the horrible and grotesque Mr. Gash, who, it's like he's like, I feel like the sort of like kind of flasher ghost is like such a iconic archetype of Ghostbusters. He was designed like a lot of the ghosts from the cartoon. I believe he was designed by Everett Peck, and it is like a very Everett Peck design, like seeing like the original sketch and stuff. It's just like, it was awesome to get to like bring this guy to life, because he's so creepy, he's so fun, like he's so real Ghostbusters, and seeing like and he's huge, so seeing all four guys like lined up busting him, like I really wanted to have like just a really tall big ghost in there for that setup. And yeah, he I think, I'm really pleased with how he came out. And yeah, Mark Bristow did the paint for these, just like all the other sets, and he just brought this like kind of beautiful airbrush shading to Mr. Gash. Like, this almost feels like if you're in like to me it feels like being in like an amusement park dark ride, what the animatronic Gash would look like, like it's just like it's plussed up from the original cartoon, I think. And yeah, and the stomach with all the ghosts going into him. And yeah, and of course, we've got the beautiful Raul Barrero photos, which it is pure, pitch perfect, real Ghostbusters vibe. Like the low lights, the mist, like, yeah.
This is fan service.
Yeah, I had dreams when I was a kid about that looked like this. Like it's just like this is the essence of real Ghostbusters. And yeah, see all the guys there, like. I'm so glad that we're here at this moment. The next one will be getting them all in hand, like having the full, collection on our shelves. But yeah, I'm really glad that we got to 4 Ghostbusters, 4 main villain ghosts, 4 little buddy ghosts, Drool the dog-faced goblin. Like, can you believe that we're getting? So Ray comes with his little ghost buddy is Drool the dog-faced goblin, who, again, like, I believe that episode is on YouTube. If you haven't seen it or it's been a while, like, check that one out. Like, it's very heartwarming, very sad. It's a great character. And yeah. So this is available now on mondoshop.com.
It's not too often you get to see Ray look like a badass, but this photo,
yeah. Well, you kind of think of him as happy-go-lucky, but there's just as many moments where he's like very serious and determined, and so there's a ton of reference with where he has that kind of expression. And so I wanted to, in fact, that the determined expression with the bunny ears on is like the perfect combo.
No, I love it. This is, dude. And then Mr. Gash. So I'm curious, like, because you already did, like, you did Sandman, you did Sam Hain.
Yeah.
Right. You're doing all, like, you did Boogeyman. Those are like the 3 big ones. From here on, does it get harder to choose the big ghost? For you, does it get harder, or do you already kind of like, or do you already have like a list? You don't have to say your list. You can keep this list to yourself. But
I'd say there
have a
are
list of, like, ones you want to do.
I'd say there are clear contenders that it's that ones that you see a lot of people have been asking for from the beginning of this line. I think there were some that people probably expected before Gash that we would get to. And yeah, so there are absolutely, like, very clear ghosts. That, I mean, there are deep cut obscure ghost villains from the show I would love to do, and I hope that we get to do at some point. But there are definitely still some heavy hitters that I think would make people very happy to get. And yeah, so we're not slowing down by any means just because we've got the 4 guys out. And we've showed off Janine, and she's right around the corner as well. And yeah, there's definitely a lot more that we want to do with this. So yeah.
This is still the best photo.
I love Ray's, like, it's like lean, is like swagger, like it's very,
that swagger of
fun.
Like, he knows he saved the day on this one.
Yeah,
yeah. It's like he was right. No one believed him. Case closed.
Yeah.
Like that's
what
you're worried about. I love it. I love it. This is.
And all the ghost butts that you get with this set.
Yeah, this is. I still like the big mouth. I think that's my favorite.
Yeah,
look.
with the bend, it's gonna be a bendy wire tongue. Both tongues are bendy wire.
God, so gross.
All those butts and all those ghosts are actually from the episode, the Gash episode. Like, if you look at all the because like in that episode, there's tons of poltergeists that he, like, sucks into himself at some point. If you look in the backgrounds of that episode, you'll see some familiar butts represented. Yeah. And also, I want to shout out Mr. Michael T, because I heavily reference the Ghostbusters wiki. Like, that is always, like, my first stop, for researching any of these characters. I've combed through that. It's an incredible resource, and so valuable. And yeah.
Nice. Oh, it's so cute.
Toys
that come with toys.
Toys that come with toys. It's a little Stay Puft. It's it's so much fun.
Man, so many photos. These are.
He looks good with the gloves too. Like, I feel like Ray. I know they all wore the gloves, but I feel like Ray in particular kind of, like, rocks the gloves the best.
The gloves and the goggles, right? Then holding up the trap, like that's so Ray to just be holding and wearing every piece of gear you can imagine. Like, that's
as a kid. Ray. As a kid, I always associated Ray as the trap guy. Like, I thought that he would throw, like, that was like his job to throw the trap. But that's not like, going back and revisiting them. That's not really. Maybe it was like one episode where he's the one who throws the trap, and that just kind of, like, imprinted on me.
It's the movie. The movie does that. And it's the same thing with like, I always associated Winston with the Ecto-1. And then it turns out he always drove the Ecto-1.
Yeah. Well, in the cartoon, he's always, like, working on it and stuff, like,
Yeah.
I love I also, like, I love the Winston Ray dynamic, like, because the two of them, like, they're the car guys, they're the nice guys, like, I think that those scenes of them in the movie together work really well, and to, like, be able to recreate that with these action figures, it's going to be really great. the kind of just the display potential with these is going to be really fun.
Yeah, I think that's one thing I loved about the cartoon as well, because you get to have those, because in the movie, right, the only thing we had to go based off before this is the movie. And so when you get animated episodes where it's Egon and Winston together, there's like something where we don't usually get to see these two guys interact one-on-one.
Yeah.
That was always like my favorite stuff too. I was such a Winston kid. Like I loved Egon, I love Winston. Those were like my two guys as a kid.
Yeah. Best
and then
jumpsuit,
as you get older,
sure.
then you just start to realize, yeah. And then as I got older, you just start to realize they're all great. Like it's the rule of 4, right? Turtles, real Ghostbusters, toy anxiety.
And they do have there is kind of like a corollary with the Turtles too. Like it's like Egon Donatello, Winston Leonardo, Raphael Venkman, Ray, Michelangelo.
Yeah.
And yeah, and also so that before you're on the shop, the Ecto goggles, you can't see it, but the inside, like, because in the model sheets and stuff, like they're very well detailed. Like it's clearly they show like what the inner, like on the inside of the goggles, the inner workings. So that's there. It's not paint. We couldn't paint it because of paint rub, but it's all there. It's all sculpted there. Like they're very like you could print out 1-to-1 versions of those goggles, and it would be a perfect replica of the show.
Oh, do you know anyone who has the model in which we can print them from?
Oh, no, I won't know about
that.
No. All this stuff, the trap, like it's all in ZBrush. It's whatever size you want to be.
Amazing. Yeah, dude. Again, you guys killed it. So this is up for pre-order now. Time limited release. So you have until the end of this month.
Yep.
The day before Halloween. Then Halloween will not live forever. So neither will this order. So be sure to order this one. $202. Come on. Easy.
Look how big. I mean, that was the other like kind of one of the reasons to go with Gash is that he's so big. Like it's like you're just like it's such a like I don't know. To me, it's like the value is clear. Like he towers over Ray. Like, and if you have the Venkman figure, like how big that figure. Well, Ray is the same height as Venkman, so you can kind of like base it from there. But yeah, Gash is definitely he's the biggest ghost we've done yet. So very exciting.
Yep. By the way, this is subject to tariff surcharge for U.S. customers. That's not me.
Yeah, and we are, and I know that for international customers, a lot of people are still waiting on the Venkmans and Sam Haines, and that's all that's all being worked out. It's it's a process. A lot of people working very hard, trying to move that along at Mondo, and so it's definitely it's like totally front of mind. It's I can't. It's not my department. I can't speak to it, but just I just appreciate everyone's patience, and it's things are moving. The European orders and the UK orders, like they're getting theirs, and so we're getting them out to everyone. It's just things there are things going on in the world, and it's just unexpected stuff, and yeah. So, but we're on it.
Yeah. Mr. Michael, he's got a question for you. Gash can stand on his own with his coat and tail, or needs a stand?
He can stand. He should be able to stand on his own. I've only handled the Paint Master, which is a 3D resin version at Comic-Con, but he stood no problem. Everything touches the floor, and that is his coat is going to be a firm enough plastic material that that is like it's like a traffic cone basically. Like that alone holds him up, and then the tail is just even extra security. So he should be very sturdy.
That's awesome. Cool.
But he probably will come with a stand too. I'm not positive, but several like Boogeyman's coming with a stand. We definitely make sure that everyone has everything they need to be, so nothing's going to take a shelf dive.
That's good because they're too expensive to be doing shelf dives. Okay.
Yeah.
With that said, okay, thank you everyone for watching. This is it. We are done. It is late. It is way past our bedtimes. Well, at least Alex's bedtime. Once again, the man's got stuff to do. He's busy. All right.
Yeah, we'll have to do a long show at some point.
Yeah, we'll have to do one of these nights. We'll have to do a really long episode. So with that said, we will see you next week. That is leading into New York City Comic Con.
Yeah, next week. I won't see anyone because I will be at New York Comic Con next week.
Oh, you'll be up on Wednesday next week?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll give
probably should have mentioned that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll make sure Alice has throat drops, and then I'll drag her back on here with me. All right. Cool. So with that said, I will see you next week. Alex will be in New York City. If you're in New York City, please go to the Mondo booth. Go say hi to him. If you don't see him there, knock on the door and say, "Hey, I want to say hi to Alex." And then Alex will be told, "Why aren't you working?" by people at Funko. And he's like, "But I'm here. Other people say hi." And then, it's a whole thing. Anyways, I'll have Dave Wonder on with me next week then, I guess for sure. Maybe he wants to postpone because you're not here, Alex. I'll talk to him. We'll figure it out. Anyways, everyone have a great night. I will see you on Tuesday Toy Anxiety. See you here next week. And that is it. Have a good night and goodbye.